I want everybody to listen very closely to this video. Now there's a reason I have 53,000 subscribers. I'm a model. Whenever I speak, people listen. And some of you guys might say, oh, that's cocky, that's arrogant, but you're not gonna have subscribers. People are not gonna follow you if they don't listen to you. There is one reason for this, man. It's because I'm not fat. In the most respectful way possible. If you are overweight, no one cares about you, man. No one's gonna listen to what you have to say. You think if I was on here, overweight, 30% body fat, people would give a fuck about what I'm saying? No, man, nobody would care. Nobody would pay me any attention whatsoever. Now, there's this huge trend on the internet right now where pretty much guys are saying being fat is genetic. Like, oh, you're just overweight naturally. No, nowhere in nature is somebody going to naturally be overweight. Now imagine 10 years down the line, you're a father, you have a child, and he's idolizing these superheroes, Brad Pitt and Troy, Brad Pitt and Fight Club, the Greek gods. He's like, Dad, why don't you look like that? Well, son, it's just not in the cards. It's just genetically not possible for me. Now, obviously, whenever you grow up overweight, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for you to actually get into shape. And it's for this one particular reason. So let's say somebody's skinny, we have a rubber band. So this is what I call the rubber band effect. So you're skinny right here. The second you start eating more food, then your body naturally wants to get back to that skinny state. So the appetite will decrease because your body naturally wants to get to that set point. So it's all about the set point. So let's say you have some really terrible parents, they overfed you your entire childhood, which I believe is a form of child abuse. You should never be overfeeding your kids. That can set them up for failure in the future. But let's say your rubber band's right here. You try to start dieting, naturally your body wants to, boom, get back to that set point of being overweight, of being fat. And so what happens, man, you have to create a new set point. So you have to lose the weight first with a caloric deficit, with strategic dieting. So you pull the rubber band, but you have to hold it there. You have to stay strong. Hold that rubber band right there. And then naturally, with time, this set point will move. And what happens when you let go? You're right there. That's the new set point. But you have to actually sustain it for a much longer period. Now, let's go through some genetic reasons as to why somebody may be overweight. Number one, diabetes. So a lot of people are talking about, oh, I can't be in shape because I have diabetes. Well, type 1 diabetes, this is pure genetics, and you just take insulin for this, man. Lots of people have abs, lots of people are healthy and in shape with type 1 diabetes. Now type 2 diabetes is going to be a product of your lifestyle. So this is not genetic. This is because you ate crap, you ate fast food, you don't work out, so you develop type 2 diabetes, which if you develop something with bad diet choices, what do you think can happen if you start making good diet choices? Well, you can actually reverse it. You need to find a way to stabilize your blood sugar, such as a carnivore, such as a keto diet, because then you will not be having these spikes and drops in blood sugars. Now, another thing is, let's say you have an autoimmune disease. Now, tons of people have it, or perhaps thyroid issues. Literally, if you go through all the reviews, anywhere on the internet, the carnivore diet pretty much gets rid of this completely. Back to growing up pretty much overweight. So whenever you grow up overweight, your body actually creates more fat cells, and you never lose fat cells. So whenever you lose the weight, it's still gonna be much more difficult, let's say 10 times harder than somebody who was naturally fit their entire lives. Now, I'm gonna be a good example of this. Now, if you guys wanna know why, Austin, are you so passionate about fat loss, being lean? Why is this so fucking important to you? It's because I grew up overweight, man. I grew up with some big man titties, and that's why I can come on here and tell you it's not genetic. You're not naturally fat. You have to actually apply discipline to your life to look like a Greek god. You think every day I don't have to struggle? And even to this point, man, I've had abs for like 10 years now. Every single day is still a struggle. I have to put in discipline every single day, because if I don't, I will gain weight. I will naturally get fat if I stop doing my protocol. So that's the thing, man. You want to look like a Greek god. You want to look like a superhero. You got to have discipline. Stop eating the junk food. Stop skipping your workouts. What is wrong with you, man? It's the most simplest thing. Now, this is my philosophy on life. Anything you want to accomplish. So let's say you have any dreams. Let's say you want to start a family. You want to be a professional actor. You want to be a professional model. You know what it takes, man? Everything. It takes discipline. Now, if you cannot control your body, you can't hit the gym 2 or 3 times a week. You cannot eat a little bit less food. Why do you think you can control anything else outside of you? You cannot. I've seen lots of people, they're overweight, they can't achieve other life goals. It starts with the body. The body is the temple. And I have tons of client results, client transformations to prove this as well. Like, I have a client, he was in his mid-40s when he started with me. Never had abs his entire life. He's been told, oh, Genetically, I can't have abs, but working with me after 2 to 3 months, he got a six-pack for the first time in his freaking life, man. I've had clients, like my client Jonah. He came to me, man. Once again, he's been overweight. He's tried all these programs. Nothing has worked for him. After 6 months, he lost 50 freaking pounds just doing my protocols, doing my workouts, doing the caloric deficit. Because really, man, it just comes down to protocol, structure, and discipline. And if you don't have the discipline, that's where the accountability comes in hand. Which is why I also train people with my one-on-one coaching online. If you need help getting in shape, kalosique.com/pages/coaching, link in the description box. But man, I'm gonna get you shredded. There's no doubt about it. I'm gonna be on you to make sure you actually change your life. Get the dream body, get the dream girl, get the dream life, man. That's what this is all about. If you can't control your physique, if you can't change how you look, what else can you change? So being fat, being overweight, it's not genetic, man. It's time for a change. You need some discipline. You need to step up your lifestyle choices. I still love you though, with all my heart, man. Peace.